Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be going ahead and installing these Rago MSP panels in the 4Runner today. Hopefully I can give you guys a quick rundown of how to install them. Shouldn't be too hard, just some basic tools. You got a couple Allen heads and a couple 10mm sockets and wrenches. I'm going to use power tools because it's a lot quicker than using hand tools. If y'all use hand tools, kind of crazy. It takes too long. So yeah, basically we just got to take out the coat hook up there, a little holder for the cover, another one over there, and then we go ahead and install some of these supplied studs, if you will. They just screw into the sides. So we're going to go ahead and do that. These little panels up here, they just pull down and expose a 10mm bolt, and then these little coat hook things just twist off. They pop out here. So, and then a little flathead comes in these little areas where the cargo cover goes. Okay, so these are the 10mm bolts that came out of the coat hooks up there. So we will be reusing those to go ahead and install those panels. We have to assemble these brackets that hold the panels. As you can see, these are two different brackets. This is if you just get the side panels. This is like the beefier bracket that holds the side panels, but also goes with the shelf. So we're using these, don't need these. You only use these if you just have the panel there. So these guys, you have a little angled bracket, and then this one, they go together just like that. This bracket here sits on top of that one, and then we just put some bolts, washer and nut on the back side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for both sides right now. Just make sure you make a mirrored image of them. So the points towards the back, so that one will go on this side. This one's going to go on this side. I think the older ones don't have this little bracket. I think this is for the Baja Designs Lite. So if your older ones don't have this, or even if they do, just you can have this bracket. Instead of angling back, it'll angle forward, so don't make two of the same one. Yeah. I will also say I got these raw. They're not the powder coated ones. I'm just dropping stuff everywhere. So I did wipe all these down with paint thinner, and then they come with a layer of like coating oil on them to keep them from rusting. So after wiping these down, I went ahead and sprayed them with matte clear so it keeps the raw look. You can go ahead and paint these with whatever paint you want. I just like the look of the raw panel, so we're going to go with that for today. And if I decide to change it at some point, we can do that too. Maybe the thought was maybe spray them with bed liner, but I don't know how that would affect how all these parts fit together, because the bed liner does add some thickness to the material here. So keeping all these loose to keep for adjustment. So there's those. We got these studs here. So the tapered ones, this go in the back, more towards the back tailgate. The non-tapered ones go in the front, more towards the back seat. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in. So all I'm doing is these come pre-installed with a Allen bolt in them already. I'm just using this to tighten them up so I don't have to do it by hand, constantly screwing them in. And then I'm just holding the stud and then loosening this Allen at the very end so that way we can get them out to attach the panels. Just goes quicker. All right, so here's the panel. This is the driver's side. Little wing here sits towards the back of the car. So if we take that, put that here, then this guy, take that back. This one points towards this angle here points towards the front of the car. So that's going to go on there like that. So now that that's on, you can also get the bottle opener here. Here's the bottle opener. So I'm going to put it on the driver's side panel because typically I run a fridge over here next to the outlet. So it's just going to sit on the back side here with the same nuts and bolts. Or maybe not if I drop it. I'm going to go ahead and snug up the bottle opener just because there's no adjustability there. So I know it's not going anywhere. The rest of this stuff is loose, so we can fit it once we get it up on the side there. These are the brackets for the shelf. So they slope in here. Hopefully you can see that. If I over exaggerate it, you want them sloping in like that. And they go just on the top of the panels. We'll go ahead and put those in, kind of tighten those down, and then we can check to make sure that they're installed right by matching up the shelf. Just make sure the bolt holes line, and if they don't, we know we did something wrong. If you don't have the center shelf, you won't have these brackets. You don't need to install them. You can just bolt it up on the side there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these in real quick. So this is one of the end panels. So if we stick this here, this should go up and everything should align. And it does, so we're good. All right. It's always good to double check before you put something together and then you go, oh, it doesn't fit. So this panel should be good to go up, I believe. And then we'll just snug everything up once it's up there. So we got to take the bolts out of these spacers, studs that we installed. So we got to reuse the 10mm bolt that was in the top coat hook. So I'm just going to go ahead and lift this panel up there, put that in first, and then that'll hold it, and then we can get the bottom two studs in. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten the two bottom screws because there's only some like side-to-side adjustability. So we're going to just make sure it's not touching anything here. It does fit really well, so I'm just going to go ahead and tighten those down, and then we'll adjust the angle on the panel itself to make sure it keeps away from the side plastic pieces here and it's not touching anything. Okay, there's one side. It's hot. It's real hot. Okay, I think we're good to put this other one in. Man, it's hot. Hello, I'm back. As you can see, the panels are in and they look great. I'm really happy with them. Glad how they turned out. I didn't film the last part of it, quite frankly, because it was hot and I felt disgusting, so I stopped the camera and just finished it. It's a lovely 104 degrees out. I feel like it's even hotter in the garage and even hotter while you're sitting in the 4Runner working on this thing. So I didn't film it. You're welcome. Couple things that I could go over with you if you're putting this in. Do the panels the left in the middle or the right in the middle, so you can put two panels together and tighten these guys up. That'll be fine, and then it'll just rest on the little brackets that we put in. And then you can do the other side here. I didn't need to use a tripod to support it. It kind of supported itself once I had that in and put in like one bolt on one side. As far as the 3 bolts in the front here, those were bare, no pun intended. Bear paws don't fit in there very well, so getting up in here to put these nuts on the back side of the bolts was a pain. But we got it done. It turned out well. I can't complain. It just took a little bit longer than I would have hoped, but it's in there. It's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. You can hang whatever you want on it, I guess. I will say that I'm not sponsored by Rago Fabrication. Bought this with my own money. But if you're watching and you want to sponsor me, let me know. That'd be cool. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. We're quickly on the road to 1 million subscribers. I'm sticking to it. So thank you all for watching and hope you have a great day.